I'm gonna give you 4 key lifts to make you a beast wrestler, and we're gonna start right now. What's up, everybody? It's Dane Miller from GarageStrength.com, and if this is your first time to the channel and you want to become an explosive freak, you want to get stronger, you want to run faster, you want to be more athletic, make sure you comment down below, you like, you subscribe, you ring that notification bell so that we can help you become a champion. So over the last decade here at Garage Strength, we've had a ton of wrestlers come through our doors. We're located in Pennsylvania. It's a hotbed for wrestling, especially at the high school level. And you've got to realize that we've had tons and tons of high level athletes that are wrestlers, really good wrestlers, state champions, state runners up, NCAA All-Americans, Pan American Game champions, world bronze medalists, all these athletes that have come through our doors, and we've been able to narrow down 4 of the best leg lifts that they utilize to make them better wrestlers. So that first exercise is a single leg squat. So the single leg squat is done with that rear leg elevated. And the one reason that I love this for wrestlers is that it emulates the position that a wrestler is going to be in when they're in their stance. It also emulates that position of changing their level as well. So as that wrestler has that rear leg elevated, their back knee is going to drop to the pad. They're going to get into that deep position. They're going to have dynamic trunk control, and they're going to drive out of that split position rapidly. This is going to help them coordinate tremendously, which will then be able to teach them how to utilize that strength when they're on the mat. We like to utilize these once to twice a week. Sometimes we'll go very heavy. Oftentimes we'll also do speed work with this. Sometimes we'll do 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps on each leg, building up over each set so that they can develop their confidence and in turn transfer that strength over to the mat. That second key lift is the front squat. So this is another very, very good lift that wrestlers can use to improve their trunk stability, to improve their dynamic trunk control, to improve their mat strength. So if we can think about mat strength being how well they apply their strength on the mat, how strong the wrestler feels when they're on the mat. A lot of that has to do with how well they can brace when someone's heavy on their head, when someone's in that collar tie position. And the front squat teaches the wrestler to have that really strong trunk. And on top of that, they're going to improve their mobility. They're going to get deep into the bottom position. They're going to drive up fast with their good strong abs, big strong upper back, and their quads are going to light up from the front squat. And on top of that position, I even believe that the front squat transfers very well to referee's position of getting fast if you're going to do a stand-up off the mat. The front squat is a tremendous lift that coordinates the abs with the legs. So that third leg lift for wrestlers is a Duffel Bar Squat with a pause. Now this is a bar that is very unique. It's interesting because it's got a nice little bow in it. It's got a nice little curve. And the reason why we like to use it is it can sit a little bit higher up on the shoulders. And that pause position is going to help the wrestler be nice and mobile, nice and stable in that deep position. They're gonna pause, 1, 2, drive up fast. This is like dropping, changing your level and exploding forward. This is also like doing a stand-up out of a referee's position on the mat. This is very similar. The bar position is very similar to a heavy collar tie. If someone is pulling on your head, this is the position that you're gonna feel with that Duffel bar. It's almost pulling you forward. It's gonna force your upper back, your abs, and your legs to coordinate together. It takes a little bit of time and practice to feel it out. The pause can be very, very difficult, but over time, it transfers very well. If you don't have a Duffel bar, you can utilize a normal straight bar. Utilize that straight bar with the pause. It's going to improve mobility. It's going to help enhance that structural integrity of the wrestler. And that pause is going to make them more explosive from a static start. It transfers very, very well over to the mat. That fourth key lift for the legs is a Caustic Squat. And I like to utilize that Caustic Squat with a sliding furniture slider. Even if you're doing this in place, what it does is it really helps mobilize the hips. It helps increase that mobility from a deep position. It helps improve lateral strength. This is something that a lot of wrestlers need when they're moving side to side in their stance, when they're trying to set up a really good shot. They not only need to be fluid and have very good rhythm, but they also need to have good strength in those positions. And the Caustic Squat does a tremendous job of opening up that hip girdle and strengthening that hip girdle. We like to utilize a goblet hold position where you hold a dumbbell in a goblet position. That's gonna help teach the wrestler how to have good trunk stability as well as good hip mobility. And even think about if a wrestler's got your leg and you're hopping around on one leg, that puts you in a precarious position. But if you're training the Caustic Squats, now you've got that hip mobility. Now you've got that hip strength that you can scramble out of it and you can score. If you want more information about wrestling-based training, click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, we're gonna continue to help develop you into a championship wrestler. Peace.